Hello, good morning, guys. Welcome back to the FPL Duo. We're back for a deadline stream. It is Double Game Week 29. And yeah, morning to everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. We're just gonna come on here, chat for for an hour or so about our transfers, etc., and talk about Game Week 29, Double Game Week 29. How you doing, Jordan? Are you good?
Yeah, very good. Nice and refreshed for the weekend and ready for the return of fantasy football and Premier League football. It has been such a while without it. So, yeah, we're only less than an hour away now from watching the first match.
Yeah, obviously, first game was Liverpool v City, which should be a good one. But yeah, let's bring up both our teams and talk about how we're lining up for that Double Game Week 29. Morning to you, Dom, as well. If you guys are joining into the chat, make sure you do smash that like button while you're coming in, and also make sure you are subscribed. So as you guys can see from the title, my bench boost is active. I've hit the bench boost button like last week because I knew I was going to bench boost this week. Got Nanji as well. Morning to you. But yeah, let's start. So in goal, I've got Kepa, who's got a double. Actually, I've got to mention my transfers because I've already done them last night. So while I was scrolling, honestly, checking Twitter, I saw that Bruno was going to get a price rise last night. I don't know if Bruno has got that price rise, but I didn't want to take that risk. And what I've done is bought him in anyway. So last night, I did bring in Bruno Fernandes into my team, and as well as Luke Shaw. So we'll come on to that in a sec. So I've got Kepa in goal. I've in the back four, I've got Luke Shaw with a double. I've got Chilwell with a double. I've got Trippier with a double. I've got Estupinian with a double. In the midfield four, I've got Rashford with a double. I've got March and Mitoma who double also, and I've got Fernandes. So I've took out Martin Odegaard. Martin Odegaard is gone, and I've bought in Bruno Fernandes for a -4. And the other free transfer I had was Zinchenko out for Luke Shaw. So those are the two moves: Zinchenko and Odegaard out for Bruno and Luke Shaw. And then up front, I've got Tony, who's got a double, and I've got Watkins, who also has a double game week. Moving on to the bench boost, I've got Raya in there, who's got a double game week as well. I've got Harry Kane, single game week against Everton. I've got Saka, single game week against Leeds. And then I've got Botman, who is currently flagged, but also, according to Eddie Howe, should be fine for that double game week. So I'm not worried there. Botman, who also has a double game week. So that gives me 13 double game week players. And then the two singlers currently are Harry Kane and Saka. Other than that, everyone doubles. And that is what my team looks like. I've took a -4, as I mentioned already, for Bruno and Shaw. And the only other move I was thinking about, it involves -8s and -12s. We will come on to that, whether I'm going to do it or not. But at the moment, this is the team. The captaincy is currently on Rashford, and the vice captaincy is on Mitoma. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now. Let me know what you guys think of the team. I got a comment here from Ali Mack. He says, "Hi, both. Talk me out of taking a -12." I might talk you into actually taking a -12 because I'm in that boat where I'm considering a -12. I don't know if it is going to be worth it or not. But let me explain my thinking why I'm tempted to take it. So if you see my team, I'll go on the transfers page. So the reason why a lot of people don't want to take the -12 or whatever is because they want money. I've seen a lot of managers that have loads of money in the bank. So you look at my money in the bank, I've only got 1.8 million. But there's other managers out there that have got 5-6 million in the bank. So next week, game week 30, I am slightly worried because, as you guys can see next week, if I take Tony out, which a lot of people will be doing Tony to Haaland, I can't get to Haaland straight away from a Tony transfer. I've only got 9.6 million here. So that is a worry next week. So the only route I'd have The only route I'd have to Haaland is if I take Kane out, which I don't really want to take Kane out because in game week 30, he's got Brighton and then Bournemouth in game week 31 looks like a really nice fixture. So that's the worry. That game week 31, Harry Kane at home, there is whole potential. But essentially, I'd have to get rid of Harry Kane next week if I want Haaland back in. So what I'm thinking anyway, because I'm locked out of Haaland in one move, I may as well take the -12 hit. So, and then bring him in later next week for a hit. But let me know if you guys have the money to do Tony to Haaland, because I don't anyway. So that's what's tempting me to just bring Salah in anyway now, because I'd be taking a hit to bring Haaland in anyway. So what I was thinking is, so Saka, but the issue is, I'll just explain to the chat as well. If I take Saka out, let's say this week, and I bring in Salah, right? And then let's say I take out Harry Kane, obviously to afford Salah, and to downgrade Kane to someone like Solanke. This would be for a -12. Obviously, it's showing as a -8, but I've already done the Shaw Bruno moves. So that will be a -12. And then next week, I'll only have 3.5 million in the bank for game week 30 and have one free transfer. And I still can't get Tony. I can't do Tony to Haaland still because of budget. So what I'd have to do is probably take out someone like Raya, which maybe I don't really want to do because it's a goalie move, but I'm bringing Everson, take money out my team because my team value isn't great. So essentially, I'd have to take a -12 this week and then take another -4 next week to get Haaland in, because I can't get Haaland in one move no matter what because of like Chilwell and Bruno that I have in my team. So that's the situation where I'm at. Let me know what you guys think I should actually do. Right now, I'm just thinking, just go with this team and figure out bringing in Haaland later through Harry Kane, and then just forget Salah until game week 34. But that's the plan right now. Dom says no bench dilemmas this week. Everyone's bench boosting. Yeah, you like to think so. I know, Jordan, you're not bench boosting, are you? But
No.
yeah, there's a lot of managers that are bench boosting. Ali Mack, this is actually a good shout when he says Kane to Ferguson gives you money for Haaland. But the problem is, I've already got 3 Brighton players: Estupiñán, Mitoma, March. So I can't have that 4th Brighton asset. So that's just, that's the situation where is making me lean towards just bringing Salah in and be different, because no one will have him. And I'm willing to get rid of Harry Kane next week, when most people will be holding on to Harry Kane for that Bournemouth fixture. And I just take that risk. Harry Kane doesn't do that well against Bournemouth. That's where I'm at with it. Anyway, that's my team. Just a little food for thought. Jordan, let's bring up your team. Talk us through the fixtures you've got for your players and your transfer plans as well. Are you still on that Chelsea move that you had planned?
Yes, I am on that Chelsea plan, and I will go through that after I've been through the team. So let's begin with Messia, who has Arsenal away and Nottingham Forest at home. And line up in defence, we have 4 defenders. So we start off with Dunk, who has Brentford at home and Bournemouth away. Trippier, who has Man United home and West Ham away. Ben Mee, who has Brighton and Man United away. Luke Shaw, who has Newcastle away and Brentford at home. And the 3 in the midfield, we have Fernandes and Rashford, who both have Newcastle away and Brentford at home. Mitoma, who has Brentford at home and Bournemouth away. And in the front 3, we've got Watkins, who has Chelsea and Leicester away. And Tony, who has Brighton and Man United away. And Kane, who has Everton away. So that's how I'm lining up in the starting 11. And my captain is Fernandes, and my vice captain is Mitoma. So I've gone with a difference here in terms of captain. I could have gone Rashford, but I feel like I'm at the current rank I'm at. I want to take some risks, so I am going to go captain Fernandes and see how that pays off in these double game fixtures. On the bench, I have Edison, who has Liverpool at home, Saka and Odegaard, who have Leeds at home, and Kilman, who has Nottingham Forest away. Obviously, as you may know, I am not bench boosting, as I've already used my bench boost. So the bench is pretty good, but I'm not too concerned about the Arsenal fixture because it's still a single game week fixture for Arsenal, and because there's so many doubles this week, I think it can outdo the single game week players, hopefully. But there is a lot of away fixtures in this game week. But nonetheless, the team looks pretty good. There is one transfer I've considered to do, and this was depending on the Haaland news, and it seems like Haaland won't be playing, or at least won't be starting in the Liverpool at home fixture. So that has convinced me to make the transfer, which I did speak about in our team selection video on Thursday. So if I just switch to my transfer page, I can show you what those plans were if you didn't see them in the team selection. So I currently have one free transfer and one free transfer and 2.6 million in the bank. So the move I was going to make was to take Harry Kane out, which may seem a bit crazy, and bringing in, and this is a Chelsea player, by the way, which I have slandered a lot in our streams, and that's bringing in João Felix, who does have a double against Aston Villa and Liverpool, both home fixtures as well. Now, I don't know, something has told me that João Felix is going to do well in this double. I don't know what it is. There's a certain feeling that's made me bring him in for whatever reason, but I have a good feeling about it, even though I haven't had a good feeling about Chelsea in general this whole season. But that is potentially the transfer move I'm going to make. He does play an extra fixture than Harry Kane, but again, we can't always rule out single game week players to not do well over double game week players. So this is a little bit of a risk to take, but I do want to take some risks because of my current rank, and we're nearing the end of the season. I do want to get at least into the top, I'll say 200k if I can at the end of the season, because I'm currently on 465. So I kind of want to get up to the 200k rank or even more. I still have triple captain, so there's potential for breaking into the top 100k. But yeah, that is my current transfer plans. I still have 6.8 million in the bank, so it is a lot of money getting rid of Kane, and it does allow me still to bring in Haaland when he's back fit from his groin injury. So there is money to bring him back in my team if need be. But yeah, that currently is my transfer plans going forward for this double game week 29.
Okay, so that's your team out the way. We've got a few more comments. We've got Dom in the chat. Gaming 30, I'm not bringing in Haaland risk, but I'm doing Tony to Isaac because he may be rested in Southampton for Bayern. Yeah, there is a possibility that Haaland could miss more than just that one Liverpool game. He definitely could miss. He definitely could miss 2 games for sure because it is a Champions League game as well, and against Bayern was it quarterfinals, so that's a big game. I'd argue is probably more important for City. So he could miss Southampton. If he does miss Southampton, that will probably be better for me. I hope he probably does, just because in FPL wise, it would help my team because then I could avoid Haaland for another week and bring in my other plans. Dom says 13 doublers for me this week. Yeah, 13 for me as well currently. I could get to 15, but it's Kane or Saka v Salah and Solanke. I think Salah and Solanke won't outscore Kane and Saka, even though Salah has a double and Solanke have a double. It's 2 doublers. But you never know. Don't know what to make of Liverpool against those two fixtures. That's one thing is I was hesitant on bringing him in, but I have thought about it. Dom says he's a Chelsea fan, and Felix will do something special this game week.
Yeah, I'm not even a Chelsea fan, but I do feel like he will also do something special this game week. So that does fill me with confidence, Dom.
I don't know where the U-turn has come from. Like how have you gone from not having wanting any Chelsea players to randomly Felix, or like you've got Isak there as well that you could go for. Um, but yeah, it is interesting that you're looking at Felix. I didn't think you would go there, but the fixtures
Uh,
aren't the worst, is it? Villa home, Liverpool home.
yeah, I think it is partly the fixtures. I think because they're both at home for Chelsea. I mean, it'd
Mm-hmm.
be very surprising if Chelsea don't do well in their both of the home fixtures, or at least one of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean it's an interesting one. Felix. I mean, we did mention him a couple of weeks back potentially as a buy. What are your best keepers for a bench boost? Um, bench boost. I mean, I've got Kepa and Raya. Um, I'd want a double game week goalkeeper. I think Steele is quite good. If you've got the Brighton goalie Steele, he's got Brentford and Bournemouth. You could go De Gea, who's got Newcastle, Brentford. Um, but yeah, I think Raya probably isn't the best this week, but he's got Brighton and Man United, so and two away games as also. I wouldn't say Raya is a great bench boost goalie, but I've bought him in weeks ago with this in mind. Who do you like as a bench boost goalie this week? Um,
Bench boost goalkeeper.
De Gea might. I mean, I think Kepa is actually up there for me
Yeah, I would actually say Kepa.
because he's got a double and he's the two home fixtures. You could see Chelsea getting at least one clean sheet, and then you never know in one of the other games. Thomas, any news about Rashford and Botman? As far as I'm aware, Rashford is going to be completely fine to play both those games, and the same with Botman. The news regarding them is that they trained, and they should be fine for both those matches. So yeah, I know they're currently flagged, but it's just FPL takes time to update their website, and but yeah, both should be fine. Jordan, would you do Saka to Madison? Obviously, Madison has the double. Would you do it?
No, I wouldn't do it.
You wouldn't do it.
No, I wouldn't do it. I think in terms of Saka and the position Arsenal are in compared to what Leicester's position is in the table, I think it's probably one-sided to stick with Saka because you probably only want Maddison for the double. Even though Leicester have good fixtures, they have been a bit up and down in terms of their matches, and Maddison hasn't been on the greatest form this season, especially with Leicester. And Saka, on the other hand, has been on the greatest form. He actually got, I think, Premier League Player of the Month as well. So he's doing exceptionally well, especially Arsenal in the title race. So you could potentially have a Saka for the rest of the season because there's a lot to play for Arsenal. Whereas Leicester, they're sort of a mid-table team who have nothing really to play for. So, and the form of Saka definitely outperforms Maddison currently.
Mm-hmm. Would I do Saka to Madison? Probably not, just because my team is set up differently, and I couldn't bring him in because I would want Salah, and I'd want someone else. But I do think Madison is a good shout this week. Actually, as I said, actually Madison actually has 9 goals and 6 assists this season, which is a lot more than most players in the game. So Madison is actually doing pretty well himself, whereas Leicester aren't. And I think Madison has good fixtures on paper. I can see him getting something, definitely. I'm just taking a look. I'm just taking a look at both his fixtures. Obviously, Madison plays Crystal Palace away, so that could be a good fixture for him. And then he's got Aston Villa at home. So I like the Madison punt. If I had the money and it wasn't an issue to bring Haaland back in later, I'd take the punt on Madison. Just chase the upside. Harry Davies, get rid of Saka to get March Mitoma for -4. Yeah, a lot of people are considering taking Saka out. Look, the thing with Saka is, this is why the way the FPL minds work now. who captained Saka in game week 18? Because I know a lot of you in our chat did. None of us did either. And why is that? Because you look at game week 26, Saka gets a 2-pointer against Bournemouth, and then in game week 27, he gets a 3-pointer against Fulham. Then he plays in that Europa League game, comes on, and a lot of the narrative is, oh, Saka looks tired. He played in midweek. I'm not going to captain him against Palace. And then he goes and gets an 18-pointer. So now, because his last game was an 18-pointer, we're going to look at that game solely in isolation and think you can't get rid of him. But then those same people would have said last week that he was tired and I'm not going to go for him on the captaincy. I don't think, if you want to get rid of Saka, I don't think it is the worst decision in the world, because if you switch that Crystal Palace 18-pointer around, and that was in game week 26, and he was coming off of 2 blanks, if Saka blanked the last 2 game weeks, I think a lot more people will be willing to sell him. It's the same as last weekend when a lot of us didn't go Saka captain because we said he's had 2 blanks against Fulham and Bournemouth. He played in Europe. All of that that we heard 2 weeks ago. So look, if you want to get rid of Saka and it allows you to bring in, long-term picks that you want, I say go for it. But just taking a look at, even his fixtures. So Saka has a great fixture this week against Leeds at home, which there is Hall potential, definitely. Saka is still a great pick. So that would worry me slightly. But then after that, he's got Liverpool, he's got West Ham. And then in game 32, when a lot of us will be free hitting, he's got Southampton and then Man City, Chelsea after that. So I will be taking Saka out my team soon, maybe next week even, because I don't think the fixtures are that great. But look, the way Saka's playing and the way Arsenal are playing, it is a worry. But that's the risk you got to take. If you think you want to bring in a doubler, it could be worth it. And it depends on what you see Arsenal doing in the next 5-6 games. Because I do think they are tough games with Chelsea, City, Liverpool, West Ham, all thrown in there. So that's my view on Saka. I think if he blanked last weekend and didn't get an 18-pointer, a lot of us would be willing to get rid of him more. I think people are a bit worried because of that. But yeah, it's like when you in captain, if you know what I mean, last weekend when a lot of people went against the Saka captain because of fitness, form, etc. But now he gets a haul and we change our mind. Marjuk playing bench boost has transferred Haaland for Isak, and I have Ward as second goalkeeper. Hold on, playing bench boost and I've transferred Haaland for Isak, and I've Ward as second goalkeeper. Whom should I take? And I don't want to stick with him next week as I have to get Haaland. I think he means, I don't know what you mean with that. I don't think what he means by that question. I'm not sure what you mean. If you could write that question out again, Marjuk. Do you know what he means, Jordan?
He has Ward as second goalkeeper. Whom should I take? And I don't want to stick with him next week. So I'm assuming he doesn't want to stick with Ward as the second goalkeeper for the next week, as he has to get Haaland back if he plays. And he's suggesting what he should do with it.
If you don't want to stick with Ward, you could go to Steele. You've got a bench. If you are bench boosting, Steele has 2 decent fixtures against Brentford and Bournemouth away. You could get 1 clean sheet if you don't have triple Brighton up already. Johnny, best 2 midfielders to buy this game week, excluding Brighton mids and Rashford. Excluding Brighton mids and Rashford, I think Bruno Fernandes is a pick that I'd want because obviously he had the double. The thing with Bruno, I don't think he's got the best double. As we'll come on to my score predictions later, I think that game against Newcastle will be a tough game for Man United. I don't see them winning that one at Newcastle today. Or I think it's today. I think Man United might not win that game. So I don't think on paper it's an easy game for Man United. But I still think Bruno is a good pick because he's on penalties and he has a double. And the other second midfielder for me, Brighton mids and no Rash. I think maybe Maddison. I think if I was taking a punt and money didn't matter, I think Maddison is the next best pick I'd like to take a punt on. Or even if you need the money, as Ali Max said, Harvey Barnes could be a shout if you can't afford Maddison. And he's only 6.7 million. Same question to you, Jordan. 2 midfielders, can't include Brighton mids and Rashford. I've gone obviously Bruno and Maddison.
I'm not actually sure. I would go with the same because I can't really think of any other. Because I like the two differentials as a midfielder pick, Madison and Bruno. That were the two I was going to say as well.
Okay, fair enough. The only differential in my team is Reece James, March, Mitoma, Salah may kill my rank if they bag. Yeah, look, March, Mitoma are very highly owned, so um, they definitely could. You'd want double or triple Brighton, I think, this weekend because they have the fixtures: Brentford at home and then Bournemouth away. They're captain worthy as well potentially this week. Also, I'm thinking to get Chilwell in place of Zinchenko with -4. Is it good? Yeah, it could be. Chilwell has obviously has a double game week. Just taking a look at his fixtures, 2 home games as well. He has the potential to get assists, as we've seen in game week 26 against Leeds when he got that 10-pointer. He also got a goal against Leicester in game week 27. He's got a double this week, and then he's got Wolves and Brighton after that. So he could be a good move, but he's quite expensive, Chilwell, at 6 million. But yeah, I definitely prefer him over Zinchenko this weekend. But -4, I don't know, to be fair. So I'm not sure about the -4. I think got a question here for you, Jordan. Hi, Chief. Hi, Jordan. Should I do Matoma March or Matoma McAllister?
Hello, Chief. I'll probably do Matoma and McAllister. I do like those two as picks, even though Matoma March is also a good pick as well, and either three of them could score or get something. But I do like the Matoma and McAllister just because McAllister is on penalties, so that is a bit of more of a bonus over March, who isn't a penalty taker. So, and Matoma has been really great for Brighton. His form, even though he hasn't had many goals recently, he's still getting those positions well and having chances created for him. And yeah, and McAllister as well. He's on penalties, and Brighton do get some penalties in games. So yeah, I like the two of Bateau and McAllister as a pick, Chief.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with. If I was going to pick now, I'll probably go March. Sorry, not March. I'd rather go Mitoma McAllister as well because when McAllister's on the penalties, he's playing higher up in the 10 position further forward. His XG numbers or underlying numbers are quite good as well. It's better than Mitoma's and March's actually. So yeah, McAllister and Mitoma probably. But look, March is still a good pick. Obviously, I've got him in my team. Damien Mason, hi guys. Would you do -4 to short in for Gabriel? Probably yes. I'll probably do it. And moving on to this question, a similar question, is it? Would you take an Arsenal defender out for a double out? Probably. I probably would do it. I'm keeping Saka till game week 33, then selling him in March against Forest. Says Dom. Fazid Ali did Odegaard and Zinchenko to Saka and Bruno for -4. Should I take another hit? Kane to Isak, Sanchez to Steele. 8 is a bit uncomfortable. Yeah, I mean, we spoke a lot about big hits, -8s, -12s. The only way it makes sense is if it's your long-term plan, you could maybe get away with it. But removing Harry Kane when he's got Everton, it is slightly worrying potentially because Harry Kane has consistently returned, and Everton might do well because obviously they got Dyche now. They might keep it tight, a low-scoring game, but yeah, it wouldn't worry me removing Kane, and especially in that game 31 when he's got Bournemouth at home. But look, I'm gonna have to get rid of him anyway, as I showed you guys earlier, because I can't get to Haaland without removing Harry Kane. That's why I'm hoping that Haaland don't come back anytime soon.
Yeah, I'm also worried as well because I'm going to remove Harry Kane this game week as well, so it does bode worries as he has been consistent.
You can get to Haaland though, because you've got so much money in the bank. You could do Tony to Haaland, can't you?
Yes, I can, but I can't keep Kane at the same time.
Yeah.
I have to get rid of Kane, but yeah, I can get Haaland back.
I think I read this one out. What's the best 2 midfielders to buy this game week, excluding? I think we read this one out. We said Bruno Fernandes and James Maddison. Johnny read this one. Second goalkeeper Kepa or Steele, I'd say. or even De Gea potentially. I have no bench boost. And this one we've read it out as well. Yes, I would do it. Also, if you guys are joining the chat, make sure you do drop a like on the video if you are joining. If you do like the content, make sure you like, and also are subscribed to our channel as well, so you don't miss out on any content. But yeah, Jordan, do you want to start making any moves, or go back to your team? I'm gonna start locking in my moves because I'm worried that the server might crash.
Yeah, there has been talks about that on the Twitter about the servers crashing and whatnot. But yeah, I can make moves. I'm pretty confident on bringing João Felix in. So yeah, I'll make my transfers now.
Mm-hmm.
It's as mad as this seems, but I'm taking Kane out and bringing in João Felix for 1 free transfer. And that is confirmed, and yeah, he's starting in the 11. So we just have to see how that works out. It could be a complete disaster, or it could be a complete brilliant plan that could go well.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so Felix is coming to your team.
Yeah, that gives me 11 doubles now.
But yeah, let's switch to my team. I mean, I've done my transfers. For those that I missed it or are joining new, I've took out Zinchenko and Odegaard, and I've bought in Luke Shaw and Fernandes for a -4. And my captain's Rashford. I'm probably going to keep Rashford. Probably going to keep Rashford as the captain as well. And the vice is Mitoma, but I might put the vice as March. I might change it because I'll probably captain. If I had to pick a captain from Brighton, it might be March. So that's the team. Yeah, 13 doublers on a bench boost with Saka and Kane being the only single game week players. Hopefully, I could get a green arrow this week and maybe break into top 400k. But yeah, we'll see. I think a lot of managers are on a bench boost this week as well. Let me know if you guys are on a bench boost in the comments, because this is the biggest double game week of the season so far. There won't be any bigger double than game week 29. Obviously, there's another decent double in game week 34, and then game week 37 as well. We'll have a double. But yeah, it's getting to the exciting part of the season now where we're going to start using chips and stuff. So yeah, let's hopefully we can gain some ranks and ground in the coming weeks. Connor H, Bruno and Odegaard, or Madison and Saka. It's a bit of a tough one. So essentially, it's Bruno or Madison, Odegaard or Saka.
I'll probably say.
Sorry, what were you saying? Where would you go?
I'd probably decide to go to Bruno and Odegaard just because Bruno has a double in 34, whereas I don't know with Leicester if they have any more doubles scheduled, but I know Arsenal don't have any more either.
Yeah.
So that might just side me because Bruno plays more fixtures in the coming weeks.
Yeah, Bruno long term could be better but I think this weekend Madison is a better fixtures, but Bruno has a double as well in 34 against Villa and Brighton, and Bruno has another double that's going to be scheduled in against obviously Chelsea. That Chelsea fixture has to be scheduled in somewhere, so Bruno will have more doubles coming up. So I think longer term Bruno makes sense, but if it's just this week, I like Madison a lot, as I've said. I just think the fixtures, and if you're going to take a punt, this is the sort of player you take it on. If it doesn't pay off, then he doesn't pay off. But if it does, then you're going to get a good, nice green arrow. So yeah, Bruno this week, long term, but I do like Madison as well. But yeah, get your questions in, guys, if you want them answering, and yeah, make sure you are subscribed as well to the YouTube channel. Anything else we need to discuss? Obviously, we will do the score predictions soon. I'm still deciding whether to take this -8, but maybe there's no point, I don't think, because it just feels weird though. Liverpool have a double game week, and I don't have Salah in my team. This might be the first time ever I've not had Salah in a double game week. I know the fixtures are tough, and it's a 12:30 kickoff, and Liverpool actually have a bad record this season in 12:30 games. I don't think they've won a single one. I think they've played 4, no wins, and it is away. Liverpool's away form isn't great either. I think they've got 3 away wins all season. So yeah, look, maybe I could just avoid Mo Salah, but I'm not happy about it. I'd rather have him in my team. I have similar to you, Jordan, how you have a feeling about Felix doing well. I have a feeling
Yeah.
Salah's going to do well this week. And even though he's got the tough games, I just think he might get a goal or a penalty. He might get an assist and 3 bonus, and then it will be like a haul. But look, we'll see. There's another question for you, I think. You take this one. I'll take the other one. What do you think of Mings?
Mings, yeah,
I'll bring up his fixtures.
Yeah, Mings is an interesting one because obviously he doubles as well, and not many people have really mentioned Mings as a defender to go for, even though his double is 2 away fixtures against Chelsea and Leicester. I wouldn't say they're terrible ones, especially with Emery being the manager of Aston Villa now. He has turned it around for them, so we might get surprised. Maybe Aston Villa keep a clean sheet either against Chelsea or Leicester, and maybe Mings gets an attack in return, even though he hasn't had many. I think he's only had 2 assists this season, but there's always that potential.
He's coming off an 11-pointer or something, but
yeah,
I don't think I'd go for Mings if I'm on a wild card or etc. Even bringing him in. The fixtures there's 2 away games, so I don't see a clean sheet in. Actually, maybe in one of them you could see a clean sheet, but then after that, Nottingham Forest isn't bad. Newcastle, Brentford, Fulham, they're not bad fixtures, to be fair. Could go there, and he's quite cheap at 5. Sorry, how expensive is he? He's 4.4 million, isn't he? Or something like that.
Yeah, he's pretty cheap.
Mings is 4.4, yeah.
Wow, I didn't actually think he'd be that cheap. 4.4 million.
The defenders I'd want this week are players like Estupinian, Luke Shaw, Trippier, maybe even Chilwell. Don't know, because he's got a double, and I think his double is probably better than Tyrone Mings is, and the fact that he's got 2 home games, and Chilwell is more attacking, more likely to get a goal or an assist. After that, he's got Wolves as well in 30, which is not a bad fixture. Brighton as well, which might be tough. Then he blanks though in 32, but hopefully you've got a free hit. And Chelsea will have another double game week to come as well, with Man United away to be rescheduled. But obviously that's going to be a tougher game.
I think that's one upside to having Mings, though. He doesn't blank in where like a Chilwell will, and some other teams will. So it may be handy, Chief, to have maybe Mings long term if you want to reduce the amount of blanks that you potentially have in your team. But yeah, it could be one to go for. Well, I wouldn't really pass it completely to have Mings. He could surprise us with something.
Yeah,
like he has done off of his 11-pointer.
Yeah, especially if you don't have a free hit. Like if you don't have a free hit in game week 32, then maybe it makes sense. You've got Brentford away. But also, I am definitely free hitting in game week 32. That is pretty locked for me. For sure. Any team news leaks? I know Haaland. There's a big one. It looks like he's going to miss out. He's not going to play against Liverpool in that 12:30 kickoff. That's pretty much the big news. I think Rashford should be fine, as well as Botman on the bench, who's currently flagged. But yeah, anything else, guys, that we're missing in terms of team news? I think Haaland's a big one this week, obviously. Apart from that, not much else really in terms of team news leaks. Might do a little captaincy poll as well. Again, Actually, we'll do a captaincy poll. So get involved in the chat, guys. I'm gonna put a poll down. Who are you captaining? So what should the options be? I'll do Brighton mid, maybe March. So what would you say the best options are, Jordan, for captains this week?
Probably say Rashford,
Bruno,
Bruno,
Brighton mid,
Natoma, McAllister.
Toma. Okay. I've done Brighton mid, Rashford, Bruno, or other as the options. I think they're the main ones people will be going for.
Yeah, I think Brighton and Man United are probably the popular captaincy picks this week.
All right, let's see this. I don't know if it's gone in the chat. Yeah, I think it's in the chat. Yeah, who are you captaining this week? Brighton mid, Rashford or Bruno or other? So vote in the poll, guys. Let us know who you're captaining. And I'll close the poll in a sec, and then we'll see. I'm on Rashford. Jordan's on Bruno Fernandes. Chief, I've wildcarded Chilwell, Trippier, Shaw, Estupinian with Mings on the bench. I do have a free hit. Wildcarded, interesting.
Yeah, not many people wildcarding this week. I've actually still got my wildcard and I'm not even sure when I'll be using mine.
Who would I have in a wildcard? I'm not sure right now. Who would I have? I mean,
Might have Liverpool maybe.
I'd want Isak on a wildcard. I'll take that punt on Isak. Trippier, Stupid, and Luke Shaw. Botman. I'd have Botman in there still. I wouldn't have Mings. And I'd probably include potentially an Arsenal defender, maybe. But because you have a free hit, then maybe you don't need it. But yeah, I think I still might go Botman, even though he's flagged, but he will be fine. He's got a double this week. And then taking a look at Botman's fixtures, he's got Brentford, Villa, Spurs, Everton, Southampton till 34. In terms of midfield, I'd probably go someone like Fernandes, Rashford, McAllister, March, maybe a Maddison. Up front, you'd want money there for Haaland next week. So maybe go Kane and then switch him to Haaland. And Mo Salah is the one that will split opinion whether you want to get him in. Because he has a double this week and then doubles again in 34. I'm just going to take a look at Liverpool's fixtures actually because
They might be well getting him for the 34 double. But I would want to wait and see what he does in this double.
I want to take that risk and be early. As I said, I have a feeling about Salah this weekend. So he's got City and Chelsea away, which is two tough games. Then he's got Arsenal actually in game week 30, which is another tough game at home though at Anfield. And after that, he's got Leeds, which is a nice single game week. Nottingham Forest again, which is a nice single game week. West Ham away, and then he has a double against Spurs and Fulham. So the thinking was to bring him in for this tough run of games where it's a double, and then the single fixture in Leeds is decent. You can free hit in 32 against Nottingham Forest, West Ham away, and then Spurs and Fulham and double it. Like I said, isn't that bad. And yeah, I mean, single game week wise, Salah has decent fixtures, but it's whether you think Liverpool are a strange team right now. Like going from winning 7-0 to Man United, which was this month, by the way. Liverpool did beat, or not this month, last month, so April 1st now, but 7-0 against Man United to losing 1-0 to Bournemouth. So it's a weird one. But look, Salah, and as I said, tends to do well in these big games, and that's why I was siding towards getting him in. He's a big game player, and he tends to turn up in these moments, and he's on penalties. But other than that, other Liverpool assets like Nunes and stuff, I wouldn't go there. Personally, it's just Salah's the only one that I've looked at. But yeah, does anyone actually have Salah, or is anyone bringing him in ahead of his Game Week 29 double? Let us know in the chat, because it is a tough game. I'm going to be watching that. Quite excited for that game. I actually don't think it's going to be a good game for Liverpool. We'll come on to my predictions later, but I can still see Salah scoring in it. But yeah, looking at the poll, I'm going to refresh. Mute your mic. Oh, just the traffic. I can hear it.
Yeah, it's the main road. It can happen at any time. It's very unpredictable. My street.
So the captaincy poll right now is 14 of you have voted. If you haven't voted yet, make sure you get the votes in. 57% are on Rashford or Bruno, and 29% on Brighton midfielder, and then 14% on other. So that's where it's at. And also, there's not enough likes on the video. So if you are watching, you haven't pressed like on the video, make sure you are hitting that like button, guys. Marjuk is still going to start both matches. I'd assume so. He doesn't. I think it looks like Sanchez has lost his spot, hasn't he?
Pretty much.
Still has started the last 3, and still was coming off the back of a 10-pointer as well. After getting a few bonus points, I think, in the last match. Clean sheet, obviously, against Palace is also. Yeah, I wouldn't see any reason why he won't start both, but you never know. But he has started the last 3. And there's only 10 minutes left to the deadline, guys. Miles captaining Matoma. Could pay off as well, yep. Brighton mid. I do like Brighton this week.
Yeah, I'm a bit nervous about captaining Fernandes.
Fernandes could be a good captain options. I think the last couple of weeks he's kept up with Rashford in terms of points. So you never know. I've just gone Rashford. Rashford is a bit more safe, obviously, because I feel like he'll be the most popular pick this week. How many hits did I take? I took a -4, so I've took out Zinchenko and Odegaard, and I've bought in Luke Shaw and Fernandes, which is quite popular in terms of moves in the community. FPL agent, who's your captain? I've got captain Rashford, and Jordan, you're on Bruno, aren't you?
Yeah, Bruno Fernandes is my captain this week.
But yeah, I'm just staying on Rashford, I think. I am tempted to go to a Madison though, or a Harvey Barnes or something like that, because of that double. But even Salah I've been tempted with Salah because I want another doubler in there. But it's the money situation I have. Jordan, I'll let you take some more questions. I'm gonna check some team news.
Yeah, Marjuk says confused between Matoma and Rashford capping. Yeah, there is a lot of. I think it helps as well that Haaland is not going to start against Liverpool, so captaincy could be pretty much any double gaming player. If I had to pick though, I'd probably go Matoma as a captain, even though Rashford is also a good captain option to go for. Because I think in terms of fixtures, Matoma does have an easier run with Brentford at home and then Bournemouth, who have conceded a lot of goals. So even though it's an away fixture for Brighton, I still think that's a good fixture for Matoma to potentially get a nice return in. Whereas Rashford, he has a more challenging fixture with Newcastle away, as I'll say that's the tougher one. And then a slightly easier one is Brentford at home. So it is kind of a 50-50 between the two, but I think Matoma just edge it slightly because he has Bournemouth in that double. So I'd probably slightly side towards Matoma as a captain option. Hopefully that helps. Yash Power says, I've done Havertz triple captain because he's playing both games at home. What do you think about that? Well, I transferred in a Chelsea player, João Felix, and how it may seem rational to transfer in a Chelsea player, even though they have two good fixtures at home, Aston Villa and then Liverpool, Havertz triple captain could easily pay off because I do have a special feeling about João Felix doing well this game week. So I don't see why Havertz can't, even though his run of form hasn't been the greatest, and Chelsea in general. But these two home fixtures of Chelsea should really shine a light on players like Havertz and João Felix in this game week. So yeah, I think it's very bold move. Hopefully it works out for you, because triple captain a Chelsea player who is not frowned upon considering their form this season. But at the same time, I have brought in João Felix, who I feel like is going to do well in this double. So good luck with that, Yash Pal, with that triple captaincy.
Mm-hmm.
We've got David in the chat. Is Maddison or Matoma the better captain? I'd probably go still for Matoma as the better captain. I just like his form is much better. His attacking sense as well for Brighton is great so far. He hasn't really faltered in any of the fixtures for Brighton. Maddison, although I'll say is another good option too, with his double and low ownership too. He could also be a good captain, Maddison, but I think Matoma, because he has Bournemouth, that Bournemouth fixture is slightly an advantage, I think, because obviously Bournemouth have struggled and they've conceded a lot of goals this season. And Brighton, on the other hand, have put away a lot of goals against teams. And having Bournemouth, even though it's an away fixture, is a great one for Matoma. So I'll probably say Matoma is the better captain between Maddison and.
Okay, I'll take some now. Hamza, thinking of doing a -8, Shaw, March, Watkins, but I'm bench boosting, so might be worth it. Yeah, I think Shaw is a good pick. March and Watkins are all good popular picks. So if it allows you to still afford Haaland next week, then yeah, go for it. Call me crazy, but I've bench boosted to keep Saka as captain and got Kane, Odegaard, Zinchenko, and Ray on the bench. Personally, I'd rather captain a double game week player, but Saka as a single game week is probably one of the better players out there this week. So, but yeah, I always captain doubler, to be fair. Also, question: if you bench boost, do the players you put on the bench point score less than being in the starting 11?
No,
it's the same points they'll score. So if they score 10 points on the bench, they'll have 10 points. Is Saka to March for a -4 worth it? I mean, it's a tough one because Saka's got a really good fixture, but March has a nice double. I'd prefer McAllister. And long term, March has a lot of doubles. Brighton have a lot of doubles coming up. So if it fits with the rest of your long term plans, it could be worth it. But this week on its own, Saka can easily outscore him. But long term, it could pay off because Brighton will have more doubles to be rescheduled. As I show you guys right now, Brighton have a double this week. They have another double in game week 34 against Wolves and Man United, and they have another 2 double game weeks to reschedule against Newcastle and City. So Brighton will have 4 double game weeks, including this one to come, whereas Arsenal won't have any. So there is meaning and thought process behind why you'd want Brighton longer term as well. Gajen, Saka to Salah. This is the one I've considered myself to take a -12. And I want to do it, but I feel like if it goes wrong, horribly wrong, then it would just destroy me, the rank. But I want to do it still, honestly. I want to get Salah in for Saka and take out Harry Kane for Solanke. But Saka and Solanke, they can easily score against Everton and Leeds. That's what's the only thing that's putting me off. And Kane has a nice fixture in 31 where a lot of people are going to have him against Bournemouth, where I won't have him if I get rid of him now. Who does Salah have in 31? I'm just going to check who Salah has in 31. If it's a good fixture, then Leeds. It's not a bad fixture. But then in 30, he's got Arsenal. But he's at home. Oh, I don't know. I do want to do it, but I feel like I'm just playing it more safe. Getting that minus 12 is a big decision.
Well, there was literally 3 minutes left before the deadline's over to make the moves.
I don't really want to sell Kane. I don't mind selling Saka if I'm being honest. But it's the Kane one that I don't really want to get rid of. So I could just do Barnes in. I could do Barnes in and then or Maddison in. I'm just weighing up my options. Nope, Haaland will not start. Tempted to go Saka to Maddison for a -4. Yeah, I'm tempted as well. I said I don't mind removing Saka personally. I know how good he's been though.
Nanjay, Madison captain as a punt to chase rank. I mean, he's a good punter. Yeah, if you want to chase the rank, definitely. Then that's sort of why I've gone with Bruno Fernandes as well myself, just to chase a bit of rank, as I want to get more. I seem like I'm not moving really from the current rank I'm at. So yeah, if you're chasing rank, Nanjay, Madison captain, it could be a good pick for this week.
Yeah, I think I'm going to leave my team. I'm just chickened out of it, of getting Salah in and Solanke. Because I just have a feeling that Saka's going to do well this week against Leeds.
There's less than 1 minute left. Shrey says Haaland to Watkins. Yeah, that's a good move. I'll probably make it quick, Shrey, if you're planning to do that, because Haaland's not expected to play against Liverpool today. So
yeah. Watkins been confirmed as well by Team News and Ticks, saying that Haaland doesn't start. But I think we already knew that pretty much.
Yeah, as Johnny said, Haaland officially benched. So there you go. There is your confirmation. Shrey says Gabriel to Estupiñán. Yeah, Gabriel is red flagged, and Estupiñán has 2 doubles confirmed as well, with 2 expected after that as well. So yeah, that's a good move. Gabriel to Estupiñán. Johnny says, if you do Saka to Maddison, I'm also going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think if you are going to do that, you have literally seconds before the deadline's over.
Yeah, I'm going to leave my team. Anyway, just on a tangent. But anything else? Gabriel to Estupiñán, definitely do that move. I don't know if you read that one out. Yeah, definitely. I like Estupiñán this week. If you do Saka to Maddison, I'm also going to do that. I mean, I'm not doing it, but I was thinking of Salah. The reason why I'm not bringing Maddison in is because I'd want rid of Maddison, I think, soon anyway. And I have other transfers I need to make elsewhere, so I'll be taking even more hits to get rid of Maddison next week when I have to sort out my goalie situation, because I need to get the money for Haaland. And that's why I'm not going there. But if you can get to Haaland in one move, bring in a Leicester player. If you can bring Haaland in one move, do it. But other than that, I mean, I wouldn't do it. I don't think. I think Saka is a good pick, and a lot of people have got rid of him. So I'm hoping for a Saka hat trick this week. Because honestly, if he does get a hat trick, it's gonna destroy the people that have sold. A lot of managers have sold him. I'm trying to look at the FPL website. Okay, the website is updating. Deadline's over, obviously. So you guys will have to. Hopefully, your team's locked in.
Well, Saka was transferred out 154,000 managers.
Wait, why is it saying the team's updating?
Johnny says, I'm scared of Madison. Yeah, we just have to see what Leicester do.
Wait, hold on. That's so strange. Why was my... I need to pause this video back. Hold on. I'm going to watch our stream because why was my captaincy on March or something?
You changed it to March.
Did I?
Yeah.
No, vice captain in it.
No, you put the captaincy over March.
Oh my, are you serious?
Yeah, you said you were going to captain March, I think.
Hold on, let me check this. Because that's an error though. If that's the case, that's an error. Wow, if I've captained March somehow. Because I was going to put the vice captaincy on him unless I...
Oh.
Because I was going to have... Instead of vice captain Mitoma, I was going to have vice captain March.
Well, Johnny confirms, yeah, it's on March.
Oh my god. March captain.
And you put vice on Matoma.
Oh look, I need a Rashford stinker. Nah, that's not... I was going to captain... that is annoying. That is very annoying because I did see it when it flashed off. I was like, why is it on March?
Well, another mad comment. Saka.
That I think that's an April Fool's joke.
Yeah.
I don't believe that.
Yeah, that would
There's
be
no way. There's no way
system.
Saka's gonna get benched. I think it's just trolls.
Shrey says, taken the -12, Haaland to Watkins, Almiron to Matoma, Gabriel to Estupiñán, and brought in Steele for Ward. Yeah, I like all those moves for -12, and that should pay off. Obviously, there's double, as they are all potential returners from their two fixtures. And Steele for Ward is a pretty good steal.
What have I done? I've absolutely messed it up going March captain. I didn't even mean to do that.
Okay, he says never know. It could come back in your favour.
Well, it was going to be on Rashford, wasn't it, for me? Rashford's Newcastle and Brentford at home. That Brentford fixture could be good for Man United, though. But yeah, look, I've done it on March now. If you was to captain Mitoma or March, who would you actually have went? Because I would have went March over Mitoma, I think. But would have went McAllister over both of them.
Yeah, I would have gone McAllister over both, but my second pick would be Mitoma.
Fair enough. I will see. That's going to make it an interesting accidental captaincy, which I didn't mean to do. I was meaning to literally vice captain March instead of Mitoma.
I mean, March could do well against Bournemouth because when you're against Bournemouth, there is different goal scorers in teams.
Yeah, look, we'll see. Bit annoying. But yeah, it looks like my captain is on March.
Oh. According to Thomas, Saka is out according to Andy.
Unless he's injured, he's no way missing a game. I don't see it. Unless people have news that he's injured. But nah, I don't. Which Andy as well. Hold on. I don't feel so bad about going a Brighton mid, if I'm being honest, but I'd rather captain a different Brighton mid instead of March, which is annoying. But yeah, it's done now. I can't do anything about it. I'm just hoping Rashford blanks now or doesn't do that well compared to the Brighton mids. But yeah, that's where we're at. Anyway, let's bring up fixtures because we have to do score predictions and the website's down. So I'm going to quickly bring up the fixtures. I'll probably do BBC Sport. Bear with me for a sec, guys. Just obviously with the... How do I do this? There we go. When are the double game week fixtures, by the way? Are they midweek Wednesday, aren't they?
Yes.
Hold on. What is this? All right, I need to bring up... Bring up the fixtures, but I want to get a good page. All right, I'm going to bring up this website. Not seen it before, but it's the only one I can find. That's decent. Hopefully you guys can read it because it's not as clear. Can you see that properly?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So this is what I have to use. Interesting. I mean, if he's not trolling, then we'll see. Fair enough. Arsenal playing at 3:00 today, aren't they? So we'll find out soon. But yeah, before we do go from the stream, we are going to do score predictions. So Man City against Liverpool, 12:30 p.m. kickoff, which is just right an hour and a half. I'll start off with this one. So obviously I've mentioned Liverpool's away form. It's not been great this season. Liverpool at 12:30 kickoffs haven't been great as well. And Man City are quite strong at home at the Etihad. So I actually don't see a win here for Liverpool. I'm going to predict maybe my first ever loss on a Liverpool game. Maybe, I don't know. So I'm going to go 2-1 Man City. I think Man City will get the job done. I know there's no Haaland, but I still think they'll have too much. I think 2-1 Man City. Jordan?
Yeah, I'm going to go 3-1 Man City. I think even without Haaland, Man City are still a team. Just the team they were before Haaland came to Man City.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you both wins for City there. Moving on to Arsenal Leeds. And this is the game where I have a feeling that Arsenal still may do well. I know a lot of people have sold Saka, etc. But I'm going to go for a 3-0 Arsenal win. I just have a feeling they're going to... I mean, I think Saka will start, but look, if there's info that he's not... I've not seen it. But yeah, I'm going to go 3-0 Arsenal. Home win.
I'm going to go 2-1 Arsenal. I think these will score, especially with Gabriel ruled out as well for that match. Maybe defensively, Arsenal are a bit vulnerable.
Oh, you Saliba, ain't he? Gabriel ain't ruled out.
Sorry. Yeah, Saliba. Saliba is out.
Okay, so 2-1 there. Let's move on to Bournemouth-Fulham. Weird one to predict, isn't it? I'm going to go for a... I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. Bournemouth and Fulham for that one. What about you?
I'll probably go 1-0 Bournemouth. Mitrovic is out for that game.
He is, isn't he?
So Fulham's lost their goal scorer for that game. So yeah, I'll go 1-0 Bournemouth.
Moving on to Brighton and Brentford at 3:00. I will have a close eye on this game because I've somehow accidentally captained Solly March. Could make or break my game week. Solly March against Brentford at 3:00. So yeah, I'm going to definitely watch that one. I'm gonna go for Brighton Brentford. It's gonna be a good game. Two teams doing well. I'm gonna go for 3-2 Brighton.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
what I
the
was going to
goals.
say as well.
You go for 3-2 as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just have a feeling there may be goals in this one as well.
I think it'll be end to end.
Hopefully, in it, or for us, and hopefully March. That I still can't believe I've done that, but yeah, I want. It's going to be interesting watching that one, knowing that what's happened. Also, let's predict Palace Leicester. Palace at home, 3 o'clock kickoff. No, I've not got any Leicester players in my team. Madison, Barnes, popular transfers in as well. What do you see this one going?
This is could go either way if I'm honest. But I'm probably I'm gonna say draw 1-1.
Draw 1-1. Okay. I'm gonna go for. I'm gonna go for 1-1 actually as well. I think Madison or Barnes could get on the score sheet, so I'll get 1-1 draw as well. Forest and Wolves as well. At a 3 o'clock kickoff, I'm gonna go for 1-1 as well. Draw. I think it'll be another 1-1 draw. What about you?
I think Nottingham Forest can win this game. They've been showing pretty good form. I'm gonna go 2-1 Nottingham Forest.
2-1 Forest, yeah. Well, the final game of today, a 5:30 kickoff. Chelsea at home to Aston Villa. Which will be interesting as well. Watching that one, obviously we have Chilwell. You've gone with João Felix. I think that game's going to be hard to really call. I'm going to go 1-1. I don't know why. I don't think Chelsea will keep a clean sheet, but I'm hoping they do because I've got Kepa and Chilwell. I just have a feeling they won't, so I'm going to go 1-1.
Yeah, it's going to be definitely a match I'll be watching, especially with João Felix, my transfer in for it. I'm probably going to say result for that. I'm going to go 2-2. I think Chelsea can have another draw.
2-2, okay. Obviously coming off the back of their other 2-2 draw last game week. Moving on to the games on Sunday. We've got two fixtures on Sunday. West Ham at home to Southampton. I mean, this is a game where we haven't really looked at because West Ham actually have a decent double game week with Southampton and Newcastle. Bowen potentially, Ben Rama, but not many people have gone there. But we'll keep an eye on that game, West Ham Southampton. I'm going to go for a 2-2 West Ham Southampton.
I think Danny Ings has been very underlooked for this double.
Another one.
It's one I particularly looked at bringing in for a forward option to be different. For that result, I'm probably going to say actually it could be different 2-1 Southampton.
You're going 2-1 Southampton?
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on to Newcastle and Manchester United, which is on Sunday at 4:30. Now, we've spoke about this game, obviously, Rashford and Bruno. And as I mentioned earlier on in the stream, I don't think this is a great fixture for Man United away from home. I think Newcastle have only lost one game at home this season. That was to Liverpool. So I am actually going to back Newcastle to take something from this game. I'm thinking it's going to be a 1-1 draw. There's no Casemiro as well. And we've seen without Casemiro, Man United defense isn't the same for me. They do look more vulnerable defensively. And I think it could be a game where they get some points, Newcastle. So I'm going to go for 1-1. What about you?
Yeah, it's going to be a very challenging game against Newcastle again after we faced them in the Carabao Cup match. I'm going to say Man United, as long as they get their chances in, I'm going to say they could nip the win. So I'm going to go 2-1 at Man United.
2-1 win for you. Let's move on to Monday game, Monday Night Football, which is Everton at home to Spurs. Sean Dyche's Everton. So where do you see this one going, Everton Spurs?
This could be a shock.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
Can't hear me?
Nope, I can't hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I
Okay,
can hear you.
I don't know what happened there.
Oh. I'm gonna probably say Everton could get the win in this, despite Spurs. I'm gonna say 2-1 Everton.
Oh, you're going 2-1 Everton.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's interesting. I mean, Spurs don't have Conte anymore, so that's gonna be, interesting to see how Spurs play without Conte now. Is it going to be a good thing for them? Are they going to get a bit of a bounce? We don't know really. Um, I think Spurs will win, but I think it will be a tight game. I think Spurs 2-1 as well. I think it'll be the odd goal that wins it. I think Everton have fixed up a bit defensively. So yeah, 2-1 Spurs. I think Harry Kane probably gets on the score sheet. Moving on to they're Tuesday games, aren't they? Yeah, Tuesday fixtures. There's 4 games on Tuesday. So the first one up is Bournemouth and Brighton, 7:45. It's a good game for FPL wise. Obviously, people on triple Brighton like myself. I've got Solly March as my captain as well. So I need something big from him now against Bournemouth. And I think we're going to get something quite decent. I think 3-1 Brighton. Whoever scores, I don't know, could be March, Mitoma, McAllister. But yeah, I'm going to go 3-1 Brighton or win. What about you?
Yeah, I'm gonna go 2-0 Brighton. I think it'd be a nice comfortable game for Brighton against Bournemouth.
Okay, 2-0. Moving on to Leeds at home to Forest in Tuesday as well, 7:45. I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw, Leeds Forest.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 1-1 draw.
1-1 draw. Moving on to Leicester and Aston Villa. Good game for Barnes, Madison potentially. Ollie Watkins as well. A lot of us have Ollie Watkins. I'm going to go for a... Hard to call these games. I'm going to go for another draw. I'm going to sit on the fence. I'm going to go for 1-1 Leicester Villa.
I'm gonna go for a very high scoring score. I'm gonna go 4-2 Aston Villa.
Ooh. 4-2 Aston Villa. Interesting. Okay. And then finally, Tuesday night, probably the fixture of the day on Tuesday is Liverpool going away to Chelsea. Chelsea at home, 8:00 kickoff. Another game. That's going to be a good one to watch, I think, potentially. I'm going to actually predict a draw in this one. I'm going to go for 1-1 Chelsea-Liverpool. I think it'll be low scoring. I don't think it'll be that exciting of a game. I may be wrong, but yeah, I think the way the teams are playing, Liverpool's away record, Chelsea they don't score many goals. I'm going to go for 1-1 draw.
I'm gonna go with 2-1 Chelsea.
2-1 Chelsea.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with 2-1 Chelsea. Hopefully, João Felix is one of the goal scorers for them.
Okay, yeah, I think that could be a low scoring one. So yeah, I'll stick with 1-1. Moving on to Manchester United and Brentford is at home. These are the Wednesday fixtures now. Wednesday, the 5th of April. Man United hosting Brentford, and I think Man United will probably get this one done. I think they'll get the win here. So I'm going to predict a 2-1 win for Man United at home. So yeah, I think they'll get the job done.
Yeah, I'll go 3-1 Man United. I think that should be a more comfortable fixture for them at home.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and then finally, the game West Ham Newcastle to end off game week 29, and I'm going to predict Newcastle to get I'm going to predict a draw. Actually, I'm going to be different. I'm going to go 1-1 draw for West Ham Newcastle.
I'm going to go 2-0 Newcastle. Maybe there's a clean sheet for them.
Okay, nice. So those are the fixtures out of the way. There's a lot of games. When are we streaming, by the way? Tomorrow, aren't we? Again, we're back after Manchester United and Newcastle. So straight after Man United and Newcastle game, we are going to stream at 7 p.m. I believe UK time. So yeah, make sure you are tuned in tomorrow. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. I want to say a big thank you to all the new subscribers. Thank you for subscribing. Make sure you hit that notification bell. We are going to stream tomorrow in the Knee Jerk Live reaction. Also, if you are just joining the stream or if you're enjoying the content, make sure you smash that like button. It really helps support the channel. And if you're enjoying it, it helps us carry on making these videos for you guys. So hit that like, subscribe to the channel, and that's it from us, really. We're going to probably wrap it up here. Just gonna go watch Liverpool against City. Yeah, apart from that, hopefully everyone has a good weekend as well. Hopefully you all get your green arrows. Hopefully the bench boost for us works out. Those on the bench boost. Hopefully, if you accidentally captained a Brighton midfielder, that pays off for you as well. But yeah, we'll see, guys. Take this off the screen. Anything you want to add? Anything you want to add before we wrap it up?
Just thank you guys for watching throughout the stream. Sorry, it has been a very long one, hour and 20 minutes. But yeah, thanks for keeping a watch, and good luck to everyone and your teams and all your plans that you have this weekend. Hopefully you have a jam-packed full of football. Obviously there's a lot of fixtures going to be played this week, so enjoy the games, take care, and we'll see you Sunday for the Knee Jerk.
Yeah, we will see you guys on Sunday. Maybe we might actually go Monday because there's some fixtures, there's midweek fixtures. So I don't know. We may do Monday, just on the schedule. So we'll tweet out when we go live. Me and Jordan will have to speak when we next stream. It might be Monday, just putting that out there. But yeah, make sure you are tuned in. Anyway, that's it from us. Take care and see you guys shortly. And enjoy the football and enjoy your weekend.